Hey everybody, it's Mike from Get Your Rock Out and I am here at Hammerfest with Primitai. How are you guys doing?
Doing great, thanks. It's a lovely sunny day outside.
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Yeah, it's been a good festival so far. I'm looking forward to tonight, so yeah, should be good.
You guys are actually closing the whole festival. It's going to be about 2 in the morning. Everyone's going to be wasted. Everyone's going to have neck trauma from Creator. How you feel? How's it looking?
Yeah, it's certainly going to be interesting. Yeah, everyone's going to be spilling out of Creator into stage 2 not long before we come on. So yeah, I think we'll be facing quite a pumped up crowd. I look forward to it.
Yeah, hopefully there's some energy left over for us. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. A bit nervous, but yeah, no, it should be good.
You guys are occupying the same space that Lawnmower Death occupied at Hard Rock Hell, so that's the standard to live up to. I'm sure you can do it though.
We've got a couple of surprises. Yeah, I think we're going to put a few smiles on some faces. So, yeah.
Nice little sing-along. Can't let any more out, actually. No, it should be good.
Is there a certain prestige to having that kind of spot, closing the whole festival, or is it pressure or what?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're going on not long after Creator will finish, so yeah, a bit of pressure, a bit of prestige, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. Yeah, he pretty much said everything I wanted to say there.
That's sunstroke, Yeah.
Sunstroke.
Yeah.
Well, see, because you guys are no strangers to taking on responsibilities, because you recently stood in for Revoker, didn't you, on the Sepultura shows? And we were actually there, my colleague Gavin, he said that you were pretty much troopers for filling in, and you seemed to do quite well on the night. How did that all come about? How did it happen?
We were put forward a few months before. Revoker got the slot, and then we thought that was that. And then 2-3 weeks before, get a phone call, Revoker pulled out, do you want to do it? I think within 5 minutes, everyone replied saying yes. And it's kind of out of nowhere, and yeah, it was brilliant. We kind of
really good turnouts, really good audience response as well. Seeing as we're 2 worlds apart, musical-wise, and it turned out in our favour. Really, wasn't expecting the responses we got, and really good tour.
Yeah, and the band before us, Death Remains, they were metalcore, deathcore. Then you had us doing more kind of classic influenced metal, and then you had Sepultura, so it was a lot of variety. Yeah.
No, it sounded like a good show. I'm sorry I missed it. Your new album, Rise Again, is out now. As I understand it, you spent a whole year working on it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we were just trying to make the best album we possibly could, both in terms of songs and in terms of the sound and production. And that's why it took about a year, if not more.
Over a year, borderline 2 years. It was a long process. We went through 3 different studios just to get the right sound. Worked alongside Frederick Nordstrom, mixing and mastering the album. The reason it took so long is, we weren't overly happy with some of the processes being made, but we got there in the end. And it's a killer album. I'm just going to start gigging it, touring it a bit more, see what the fans think of it. Hopefully they love it, but we're yet to see.
It's been getting great feedback so far. I mean, really good reviews from everyone. From what was it? The Metal Hammer review? Or
Metal Hammer review.
Power Play, just really good. 8 out of 10. From then to the bloggers. Sometimes there's a bit of a difference between the kind of underground reviewers and the mainstream ones, but this time it's been across the board really good feedback. Fans really like it as well.
And the lowest one we got was 5 out of 10, wasn't it?
That was just the one. That was normally it's a mixed bag, but there was literally just only one negative review, and even that was a 5 out of 10, so not too bad. Yeah.
Do you reckon it's a good message for any young bands watching then? If you're not satisfied with the way a record is turning out, to push for the right sound, maybe go for a different studio, not just settle?
Never. These things, if you want to take this seriously, you've got to... don't rush these things. As much pressure as you're probably getting from managers or people who are working alongside you, at the end of the day, it's your baby. You've got to make it sound as best as you can, and no one can rush that. If you rush it, expect, to be blunt, a pile of shit. There's no other way to put it, but that's the reason why it took us so long, because it was something especially when it was Nick Saxby's, our late guitarist's, last album with us, so there was a lot of mixed emotions there, so we wanted to make it the best as we can, and that's why it took so long.
Yeah, in a nutshell, to the young bands, we're a young band as well, but like if you want to get taken seriously, do like look at every aspect. Just do it. Just do what you can. Do it the best. Like work really hard. Look at your image. Write some really good songs, and then and the more you do that, the more seriously you'll be taken. So
The album's been described as having a fiercest rhythmic foundation around. Would you expound on that a little bit?
Well, I think the reason for that is that while obviously all of our songs start with the guitar riffs, we're very influenced by the classic stuff, the Scandinavian stuff. But then our drummer, he's kind of more of a modern metal drummer, and that's why you've got very fierce, double kick drumming. Definitely gives it the heavy side, brings it up to date kind of thing. And Jamie does his best to keep up with it.
Some stupidly fast kick to keep the right hand up to speed with. So
it's kind of like. Yeah, it reminds me of some. As well as the modern influence. It kind of sounds like Painkiller on steroids. That kind of. I think that's what.
Is that possible?
Yeah. Well, rise again.
I really want that to be the pressing, like when it gets released in like a big format. Painkiller on steroids. That's just pitched a great title there for your reviews. I would like to ask you something, just out of personal curiosity. But you've been on tour with White Wizard. You played with White Wizard.
That's right. Yeah.
Being that I've got this impression of you guys, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but really professional. Really, you're entrusted with responsibilities like closing Hammerfest. You're trusted to fill in for Evoca when they pull out of that. White Wizard, on the other hand, is just crazy. They go through all these members. Yeah. What was that like?
Well, basically, John Leon, he's a great songwriter and everything, in my opinion, but I don't know, he just kind of... I don't know, at the end of the day, I think, because it's... I guess when when it's one person's band and you're not making any money, you're never going to find a long-term lineup. So I think that's the story with them.
There must be a lot of musical differences, which he obviously doesn't like people probably putting their points across. I think he knows what White Wizard is all about, and if anyone tries to put ideas into the mix and it goes against what he thinks, I don't know if it's a get out or stay up. I don't know, it's a difficult question really.
The tour itself was great because White Wizard was still in there, still kind of getting a bit of hype and stuff, there's a really kind of party vibe to it, they were quite down to earth. We were out drinking most nights together. It was a really good tour for us. It basically got everything into motion, as a result of that, we got taken on by Factory Music,
It's pretty much the padstone for us, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Big stepping stone. That tour for us was, that's why we're here now, really.
And in general, White Wizard, they're one of the bands that brought back those kind of classic metal values,
I was just curious out of that. We're going to have to wrap this up, but do you have a message right into the camera for all our readers that get your rock out?
Yeah, check us out. Type in Primitai into Twitter and Facebook, drop us a line. Type us into YouTube, listen to our music. Yeah, come down to a show and don't be afraid to say hi. We're all pretty chilled out. There's no divas here.
No divas?
Yeah.
No, we're not divas, are we?
Yeah.
We're just slobs. Professional slobs. Stay classy.
Thank you guys very much, and have a good set tonight. Cheers.